Hi, this session is going to be an active learning experience. It is about confrontation versus carefrontation. So we all tend to have difference of opinion within our family, with our friends, with our colleagues at work. So it is quite natural to have difference of opinion. The most important thing is what you do with that particular difference of opinion. Confrontation. When you talk about confrontation, if people disagree with you, you immediately start to confront. Either you go into a very defensive mindset or an aggressive mindset. Confrontation is always about, I am right and you are wrong. It is always about you want to be heard rather than hearing out them. So confrontation always leads to issues. My wife and I, we work in the same environment, and now I know what you're guessing, and it is absolutely true. So every day when we come home from work, there will be a bag full of issues. So we start our argument during our travel from our workplace, and it never stops for at least an hour or two. So she has her own strong points of view, and I have my own strong points of view. And it is always about, I am right and you're wrong. Yes, you got it. She feels that she's right and I am wrong, and I feel that I am right and she's wrong. And even after a couple of hours of argument, we never come to any kind of a mutual agreement. So we end the conversation abruptly, and maybe there is kind of a bad mood at house, which takes some time to resolve. Any confrontation first leads to a speed bump. If you don't slow down, reflect, and converse with the concerned person, then it is going to be a stop signal. When you reach that particular point of a stop signal, the effort that you need to put will be enormous. And if you don't give importance to it, and if you neglect it, then finally it's going to be a wall. Instead of getting into a confronting conversation, it is better to get into a carefronting conversation. There are three important things that you have to follow to have a carefronting conversation, and these are my suggestions. Number one, set your primary agenda right before getting into the conversation. Tell yourself that the primary agenda of this conversation is to keep the relationship intact. The second most important thing, always start from zero. Don't have any kind of preconceived notions about that particular person before beginning the conversation. Don't have any kind of negative opinion about that particular person before beginning the conversation. Always start from zero and take it in a positive way. The third suggestion is start appreciating them for their positive qualities. Tell them that you appreciate them for 1, 2, and 3. Tell them you respect them for 1, 2, and 3. Tell them you love them for 1, 2, and 3. Now comes the most important point. This is where most of us make a mistake. After appreciating them, then we start to list down all the negative qualities, what we feel about them. And please don't do it. If you do it, all the positive things that you spoke about them earlier goes for a toss. Instead, ask them whether we both can get into a kind of a mutual new agreement. They'll definitely say an yes for it. Then have a healthy conversation on how to take this relationship forward, which will be a win-win situation for both the parties. I hope this particular session was very useful for you, and thanks for watching. Thank you so much.